Hey everybody, welcome to the vlog. Sorry I'm shooting it in here, but I almost forgot to film this part. I'm filming this June 16th, 2025, 8:41 p.m. and we have more of a traditional vlog today, but it's something a little special in this one. Actually, a couple little specials in this one. So we are going to cook something fairly easy. You'll see how that turns out. Mary and I went down Smackdown, went to see Smackdown. We were like second row. The camera showed us a bunch, so we filmed a bunch of little bits of that. We'll show you. We did a junk food taste test. We're talking about a few movies. We saw, Death of a Unicorn, How to Train Your Dragon live action, and Sinners, finally. So we'll be talking about all those. We're going to do a cocktail. We have a sweet unboxing, a Star Wars May 4th unboxing, some Disney pins, and, just a good time. So without further ado, these vlogs are long. If you want to skip them, I do time code these things. So if you're looking at that red play bar under the video, you'll see gaps. Those are chapters. Or you can open up the description down there. You see a big list of blue numbers. You can click on those. It'll tell you what everything is. Jump around. Watch whatever you want. Skip whatever you don't. However you want to do it. It is your vlog to enjoy now. So get to enjoying it. Hey everybody, welcome to another cooking vlog where I have run out of time. So we're going to do something silly and easy, but it should be fairly tasty. The Wiener King is back in effect. As today we're going to try a different version of a hot dog. This is not my recipe. I found one online and thought, I'll do that. Because it's already 7:45 p.m. and I am starving. I've had some car trouble. I had to deal with getting that thing towed today and everything, so that's why I'm a little off my game right now. It is Monday, June 16th, 2025, and we are gonna make Big Mac hot dogs. Sure. It has inspired some ideas for other hot dogs that I'll hopefully make in the future, but this is gonna be pretty easy. We're gonna make our own sort of Big Mac sauce. The hardest thing we're gonna be doing here today is dicing up a white onion. Everything else is like stupid simple. And I'm even gonna grill my hot dogs on a grill pan. It seems like a good idea. So let's go through it. I got a white onion here. We will be dicing in a minute. We have the Hebrew National All Beef Franks, currently my favorite store-bought hot dog, though that may change. I have some deli American cheese. If this is bad, I got a fresh pack today. I've got some shredded iceberg lettuce like you get on a Big Mac. We have some apple cider vinegar. I got a whole fresh bottle if that's not enough. We've got some dill pickle slices. And for the sauce, we've got, the vinegar's for the sauce, but also we got some Duke's mayo. I got a fresh one of that if I need. We don't need too much relish, so we got some dill relish. I might have fresh of that. We got some Heinz ketchup. We got some French's yellow mustard. And seasoning in there, we have some paprika. It says sweet paprika, but it's all sweet paprika unless it says smoked paprika. Onion powder, garlic powder, kosher salt, I forgot to bring that over. And then at the end, we're gonna throw some toasted sesame seeds on there. I got my Sunny Buns left over from the cookout that we're trying to work through. And that's basically it. So this is gonna be pretty easy, okay? So first things first, it does say to heat up the grill pan. So we'll get to that in just a second. And I'm only gonna make 2 dogs. I'm making enough sauce for 4. This is a recipe, I think this is actually a recipe for 6 dogs. Yeah, this is for 6 dogs, but I mean, I'm just cooking for myself tonight. I don't have to use that much of the sauce. What was the heat temperature on there? Because it does say to warm up your grill pan first, or your grill. Yeah, this says prepare a grill for medium heat. Preheat for 5 minutes, grill your hot dogs, turning halfway through. We're just gonna do it on my grill pan instead of me cheating in the microwave. So I'm gonna put that like a medium heat, because these are already, these dogs are already cooked. We're just really warming them up and putting some grill marks on them. I also had an idea, it's like, which I'm not gonna do on camera, but get a barbecue sauce that tastes close to McDonald's barbecue sauce, or like if you've ever seen the barbecue sauce recipe I make, my classic sauce, make that barbecue sauce, baste your weenies and your hot dogs in that barbecue sauce, and then get your bun, put a weenie in there, a little extra barbecue sauce. You can either do dill relish or dill pickle slices and some chunked up white onion, and you basically have a McRib dog. What's up, McRib dog? All right, so it's been a minute since I've diced an onion up, but we're gonna hopefully make quick work of this and keep all of our digits in the meantime. Peel a layer off here. If this had called for sweet onion, I could have just already have a bunch diced, but of course not, You guys, the nitty bees coming in. Itty bees coming in hot. Okay. If she stays there. Oh, sweet girl. Your daddy is making some noise. Some very simple, basic knobs.
So the daddy knobs.
Yep. It doesn't have the same ring if it's not mommy knobs. Do.
That's true.
Alright. Peel a little bit off of this. Don't really need the whole onion, but I mean, I'm here, right? So we're gonna do the whole onion. And then I'll have more diced onions for other things in the future. Next time I come back and cook, I promise I will do my best to actually make something a little more interesting and exciting. I've got some other fun recipes I want to try. And there's always new things to learn. And I'm starting to get the itch to go back to making hot dogs from scratch again, giving it another go, and this time smoking them. So that's in the future. All right, let's make a couple cuts here. I really should probably be using my better, sharper knife. Yeah, I can work with that, although what I just did there was a little dangerous. We'll get, ah, shoot, I cut too deep. I used to have such better onion skills. I don't do it as often. My skills are depleting slightly. Just gently dice these up a little fine dice on those real quick while we're right here. Okay. Oops. I do have a new knife, a very sharp new knife, and I don't know why I keep putting off using it. I think it's because I don't have anywhere to properly store it yet. We gotta get a knife block. And it's not gonna be the greatest knife in the world, but it will be an improvement over this, which I mean, I could have just shaved or sharpened, but you know me. I haven't learned how to sharpen knives yet, so, which is a skill I will need to learn. Okay, I do have a little container here to work with that I have now buried. Good job. Well, I'm only just now starting to get a little teary-eyed. Now I've seen some other, I did look at some other Big Mac sauce recipes, and they are slightly different. Like one that has really great reviews has like fine diced onion in it and uses a white vinegar instead of a apple cider vinegar. But today we're just gonna stick with the one that I found, because this is like a whole recipe for the Big Mac dog, so it's kind of intentionally that, you know? All right. It's good that I can still make pretty short work of these things. Not my best, but it'll get us there. Not my most even distribution, but these are going in raw. Just like, nope, not gonna make that joke. Too early, too early in the vlog. That comes in the cocktail segment. So we make all kinds of jokes about big old tails. What do you think I was gonna say? You dirty-minded followers. Dirty-minded subscribers, I should say. Ooh, cut those a little thick. Cool. I mean, you know, if I was doing it to try to impress somebody to be fancier, I'd probably do a little bit better, but it's good enough for me. It's giving me what I need, which is some mostly diced up. Actually, this section's a little, yeah, Got a couple spots like that. I didn't get in deep enough. Those are good. Yeah, that's all breaking apart. Okay. All right. Good, good, good. I'll just try to avoid some of the real chunky boys when I'm dressing my dog. Come on now. Come on now. All right. In a minute, we'll get the dogs on and then we'll mix up the sauce. I figure it doesn't, you know, you're understanding that I'm light on time for the cooking, so why we're not doing anything too exciting. But also, you got a whole bunch of extra cool stuff in this vlog. Well, I won't say like a whole bunch of extra cool stuff, but you got some extra cool stuff coming. All right, that's about all we need with that. Which is good, because I need to run the dishes fairly quickly here. Let me just clean my mess up. Bear with me just a moment. Okay. I'd like to get these dishes in there and run them in time to be done for Mary, but I think we will. We'll just run them on turbo. Okay. All right, we got a little mixing bowl, a medium mixing bowl. I'm gonna grab this. This might do the trick. We might actually want a bigger one. I need to look at how much stuff I actually need to put in there. Let's see. Okay. So how much stuff are we putting in there? Half a cup, everything else is a bunch of tablespoons. So we only need room, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna get a real mixing bowl just to be safe. I don't want to be delicate here. Let me go. All right, we can also get our dogs going here. Two dogs going on. Smells good immediately. Alrighty. All right, so 1/2 cup mayo. Oh, God damn you. How dare you? Hopefully there's 1/2 cup left in this jar, so I don't have to open the new one yet. I think we'll be pretty close. Starting to separate a little bit. Need a little mixing up in there. I don't think we've quite got it, huh? Nope, we gotta open the other guy. Yep, a little over 1/4 cup was all we had in there. But I got more of the same here. A little bit more. Do I need to grab the other little spoon? I do, don't I? Yeah, that's a little over 1/2 cup, but we can always adjust to taste. Echo, set timer for 4 minutes. I probably should have kept an eye on the timing. Huh? 2 tablespoons to catch it. Oh, jeez. I want 2 tablespoons of yellow mustard. See if we can get 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar out of here. I got a feeling we will not. Oh, it's so close. 1. Oh, well. We spilled a little in there. I think that's probably fine. All right, let's get some dry ingredients happening here. Half teaspoon garlic, onion. All right, half teaspoon. That's half tablespoon. Half teaspoon, please. Garlic and onion. I do have another thing here, but I know a big clump dropped in there, some kind of eyeball in it. Oh, come on. I just declumpified you. There, I think we're okay. I think that's pretty close. Close enough. Man, I need to flip these hot dogs. Honestly, they could be using a little more color. Yeah, we'll get them on all the sides. All right, where was I? Half teaspoon of onion. How they are. Which is much newer and hopefully opened. It is opened. Oh, this is the garlic powder. That was the onion powder. Okay. 1/4 teaspoon sweet paprika, 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt, which I have not reloaded my salt. Crap, but I think I got enough here. Quarter teaspoon, beautiful. Yep. 1/4 teaspoon. And paprika. 1/4 teaspoon. Boom. So that is everything. Oh, except for the everything except for a tablespoon of relish. There we go. Yeah, just one. Oh, good, we got it. I'm gonna go ahead and just a little bit more of that. Echo, dismiss. And I'm gonna leave that out in case we want a little more. All right, let's mix that around. Yeah, looking pretty good, smelling pretty good. Yeah, I mean, that looks a lot like Big Mac sauce. I kind of want to make up a fancy gourmet Big Mac. I mean, not today, but... All right, I'm gonna say that's pretty well incorporated. I would like to taste it. Yeah, that's very good. That's pretty much right. That's pretty much right on the money. All right. Let's check on these boys here. Yeah, they're getting some grilling going. I'd like you to stay on that side, please. Same for you. I would like you to get on the side you don't want to get on. All right, now let's prepare a plating situation. And those dogs can pretty much come off any time, honestly. All right, place sliced cheese in the bun. Top of the hot dog, okay. Assume basically once we get the cheese in the bun, we'll go from there. If that where I can find it. Come back to you. Yeah, whatever. Should go back and get the other one that's not as smushed up there, but I'll do the trick. All right, one sliced cheese. Now I prefer, you could use Kraft singles here, but I have found if I'm looking to make that McDonald's vibe a little more, I really like more of like a deli sliced cheese, American yellow. I don't mind a Kraft single, it just doesn't taste like the cheese you get at McDonald's. Come on, this one broke apart for me. All right, well, fine. Do that, make a nice little bed for the cheese. Yes, I hear you whistling. Shit. God damn it. This one also broke apart for me nicely. Not nicely. Get in there. All right, get you the fuck off. I'm gonna assume these dogs are good. They got some nice grill marks. Maybe not perfect, but I mean, they're cooked. All right, so now it's just an order of events. We're gonna place the cheese in the bun. We're gonna top with the hot dog, top with sauce, lettuce, pickles, and onions. Sprinkle with sesame seeds. Bloop. So, help melt down the cheese a little. Off the heat. All right, sauce. I like a juicy Big Mac, so we're gonna go a little hard on the sauce here. I was doing so good, so just there. Okay, I think lettuce was next. Need a ton of lettuce. Also make it look pretty for the photos. Pickles, which I should have probably dried, but oh well. Pickle. 2 pickle. 3 pickle. I think that's about right for each one of these. Although my tip for doing Big Macs, what I've started doing is I get extra pickles. That just makes it perfect for me. Because if I want a Big Mac, I kind of want that dill pickle-y vibe. You know, that's what I like about Big Mac sauce. Okie dokie. And then we're going to sprinkle. I guess it has one of these. This is toasted sesame seeds. I don't know that you have to go toasted, but it looks pretty dope. All right, so there you have it. We will take a close-up here and do all the things that we normally do. If Mary was around, I would definitely invite her to come taste test this. There's no reason she couldn't. But first, let me get y'all a close-up. Yeah, I gotta say, it looks pretty good. The sesame seeds are a nice little touch on top of those pickles. I mean, you can't really get a good look at the dog. The cheese, I would prefer to be a little bit meltier. So I probably would have actually thrown those buns with the cheese slices in the microwave for like 15 seconds maybe. Not to get it super melty, but get it started. That would also kind of soften up the buns. Not that these are hard, but you know, gives them a little more of a steamed vibe. I'm excited to try this. All right, gotta thumbnail it. Let me see what we can do here to make this. All right, cool. All's left now, remove this because these are gonna get a little messy, I think, is to taste. I'm gonna take a big bite. Let's get a whole fucking pickle, right? It's good. I don't know if it's great. It's kind of like none of the flavors are really coming together. And then the dog kind of overpowers at the end. Because like it's definitely real pickle and then real lettuce. And then you kind of taste dog. You barely get a hint of the sauce. I don't know if maybe I should have sauced it up more. Somehow I do not taste that cheese at all. Which is kind of odd. It's pretty good though. The sauce and the dog actually do play pretty well together when you're not like kind of overpowered with the pickle. It is just wild to me. I'm not really tasting the cheese in there. So that should be a fairly flavor heavy cheese. Yeah. It's good, not great. Different way of doing it. Maybe if you got kids, you can convince your kids to like, hey, it's a Big Mac, but it's a hot dog. Might be a fun thing for them. Could I improve this? Well, I forgot the damn onion. Hold up. Hold up. It was out of sight. It was out of mind. I don't think that's going to make a tremendous difference, but it might take us somewhere. I'm just gonna have to kind of do it by hand for the bite here. It does improve it. Yeah, I can't believe I went through all that trouble to cut the onion and totally forgot it. I put a bunch of extra on there. Let's just see. Wildly, that does bring it more to life. That's better. Still not calling it great. But it does kind of tie the pickle and the dog together more. I do like that sauce. I don't know. I'll have to try the one with the white onion and the white vinegar in it. Or maybe a little bit, maybe fresher pickle relish or a little bit stronger dill pickle relish. I don't know. Let me show you how I'm gonna onion up this dog since we kind of missed the plot here. I'm gonna try and get under these pickles. Don't want to go too heavy on it and then just have it be an onion dog. Like that bite is a little heavy. All right, I'll take another bite of this. We'll see what we get. You might have to see me eat the whole thing. I don't know. It's in the spot, but I'm also super hungry, so. I can't see it exactly taste like a Big Mac though. Don't forget the onion. It's much better with the onion. All right, Toretto, calm down out there. Honestly, too, this probably needs a little bit more lettuce on this one. I think I would build this a little different. I think I would do like the onion and the lettuce and some of the sauce under the dog. Then a little more sauce on top with the pickles. Might just kind of hold together a little better. But in terms of improving maybe a different hot dog, actually, Nathan's might do really well in this because even though it is more potent, it might play with the sauce and the pickles better. But overall, I'm pretty happy because I was starving and we made something different. Would I say this is Wiener King approved? I don't know. That'll be it has to be really special and something great to be Wiener King approved. I think this is just a bit shy of being Wiener King. I think there's potential. But I think what you need to do is go back and take the year to polish your act and then come back to us next year and audition again, okay? Terrible Simon Cowell. Is it Tuesday? No, that's tomorrow. All right. On that note, I gotta get out of here. I gotta drink some wine to make a lemon drop for later. Whoops, now you know what cocktail. Bye. Taste test time. We don't have a lot of sweets. We technically sort of have a sweet. But we are loaded with crazy amounts of different flavored chips. So we're gonna work chips today.
I was wondering if we should do the non-chip thing first.
Because I think it'll be less flavorful. Yeah, you're right. All right, we're gonna go out of order. We're gonna do the only sweet thing I could find. I have one other sweet thing, but I can't find it. And then I have this sweet thing. But we tried a version of these. I think we did vanilla cupcake and they were meh. So I don't have high hopes for these, but we do still have the strawberry shortcake, graham cracker, goldfish.
Okay.
We're looking for that. I think it's a salted caramel Butterfinger. We're trying to find that now. I think that's what it was. Some kind of new Butterfinger. It sounded awesome. It smells strawberry shortcakey.
Artificial strawberry. My favorite.
Oh, you taste it right away too. I mean, it's not strong, but it's immediate. Oh.
No, because it's like.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm allergic to strawberries. They're all right. Yeah, I mean, they're just.
I wouldn't fight this again.
Nah, I wouldn't get them again. It's the kind of snack that might not even get finished. Like, they'll probably just go stale and get tossed eventually. But now we know. And knowing is half the taste test.
But at least they don't seem to have a bad vacuum flavor.
That's true. Excuse me, after all those sneezes. Ugh. Okay. I'm gonna start there. That's what I was thinking. We'll go progressively hotter.
Yeah.
The last one is something I figure I want to taste test on camera, and I've been itching to get into them. All right, these I just spotted like a couple of days ago. Limited time offer, inspired by India. They're wavy lays, which is not my favorite, but I do not mind them, especially when it's going to be magic masala. Mary's favorite Indian dish. Well, Mary's favorite Indian dish.
Chicken tikka masala.
Yes. Which I'm not knocking. I like it too. It's very good. I just tend to branch out and be a little more adventurous.
It's just so good.
It is, but so is chicken vindaloo and korma and curry, and there's like one other one I really like too.
Sag?
The sag stuff's really good, yeah. Should we just get Indian food? That sounds really good. It doesn't sound diet, but it sounds really good.
Yeah, no, we should probably do it.
Aw, but Indian food. Mostly smell potato chip.
I can smell a little spice. Not hot spice, just, you know, spice.
Yeah. I'm not getting a big read on the flavor. It's the potato is very overpowering. I'm mostly tasting potato chip. There is a bit of heat though.
Yeah.
I mean, they're good, but I mean they're not knocking my socks off.
I'm getting heat, but I'm not really getting flavor.
Same. I mean, just a hint of flavor, but I couldn't even put my finger on it because it's mostly potato chip I taste. And I'm honestly, with that heat, surprised you're eating as many as you are. Because I don't think they're super hot, but I would think this is up there in your tolerance level.
I can do this. I wouldn't get my Indian this hot though. I like my Indian mild.
I tend to go as hot as they'll make it. Oh, and chili chicken. I don't think that's really technically Indian, but chili chicken's pretty good. It's like the General Tso's chicken of Indian food. Yeah, those are disappointing. I had high hopes for those. All right, now we got one of the other Lay's flavor finalists with Valentina and lime. Now I think Dad said this was the middle ground for him. He also thought the Korean style fried chicken was at the bottom, but I loved that one, so we'll see where we go. Now I do love Valentina and lime. I tend to use the black label Valentina though. I also recommend like cucumbers or a bunch of vegetables. Like you can make a little salad, you can dice it or just leave it as bites. And this came from Popcorn, our buddy Popcorn, Austin Popwell. But he gave me the tip because I was loving doing tahini on cucumbers. He's like, dude, hit it with tahini and some Valentina and lime, and life-changing. And then I started making like little veggie salads of that occasionally, and like super low calorie, super flavorful. So again, I kind of have high hopes here, although I do still have a lot of the heat from the masala in my mouth.
Yeah, so do I. I'm gonna let you go first.
I was not expecting those to be quite as up there as they were.
Okay, definitely thought those were gonna be more flavored than heat.
It's got the color of Valentina. I mean, look at that. That's nice and seasoned. Yeah, it smells a little Valentina. I got a little of that vinegary in there. Oh, I like that a lot. Oh, there's the lime. Yeah. That's pretty good.
How about the heat?
I don't think it's any worse. I would maybe do a small one just to see, because I can't tell.
Yeah, because I still have like, I have heat on like the side of my mouth that I was eating the risotto on, but not the other side, so I want to try the other side.
I like these a lot. I think I like the Korean chicken one slightly better, but I'm liking these a lot. It does taste kind of like Valentina and lime on the back end.
Not really getting any heat.
I think there is some heat there, but it's probably overpowered by the
slow heat, but let's see.
Yeah. I gotta say, that's up there for me though. I don't know how Dad found these disappointing.
They're, okay, I think I might be starting, oh, yep, there's heat.
Much like the Korean barbecue though, if I find these, I would get them again. You know, if I'm out of chips and want chips. I do really like those.
The flavor isn't really doing much for me, so I can definitely pass.
That's fair. Now, I would definitely not, I don't know. I don't know if I would actively seek those out. I might, but also I have a hindrance of there's still like 18 other types of chips in the back room we need to try. There's still like 2 or 3 Pringles back there we haven't tried. There's like 1 or 2 more Lay's. There's like a couple Doritos. Anytime I find a new flavor, I'm like
eating the rest of the chips.
That is absolutely not true. I finished off the Korean barbecue ones.
Did you?
I finished off whatever the last Doritos. I finished off almost all the Pringles. That is absolutely not true. So, last but not least, and I don't know that Mary's gonna be able to do this one. We have the Hot Ones Pringles, but barbacoa. So they have the Rojo, which I think are very good, but they're not the best. They have the Verde, which I think are fantastic. It tastes like those fresh vegetables. It has a nice true heat to it. And it's just hot enough that you won't eat too many Pringles, typically. Now I do love the flavor of their barbacoa sauce. That's one I keep on hand regularly for dipping stuff. And now I'm thinking, should I just make chicken nuggets and dip it in barbacoa? Because that sounds good too. I'll probably stick to my omelet. But let's see. See where these land. But I still think Verde are the great ones.
Do they smell spicy?
It's got that, oh.
Maybe a little vinegary? Okay.
Hot sauces often have vinegar, which is pretty common. It's good. It's definitely spicy. You want to try a little piece of one?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna pass because my mouth is still.
Yeah. It's definitely the hottest of the three. Of the 3 we've tried here. It's not as hot as the Verde Pringles, I don't think, or the Rojo. But it's definitely got some actual heat. I'm not really getting the flavor of the sauce too much, though. Is there a little? Yeah, I gotta say,
like they put the. Just a random observation about Pringles in general. I feel like they put the spice on the flavoring on the wrong side of the Pringle.
I have found it just varies from can to can, and sometimes even varies in the middle of my stack. You know, sometimes it is one side, sometimes it is the other from can to can. I even had one recently where somewhere in the middle it switched on me.
Huh, that's weird.
Yeah. They're good. If you like the hot ones, they're definitely worth trying. I don't think I'm sad that this is a harder one to get. See, there's 3 of them, and for whatever reason, our local Kroger's only carry the Verde. But I'm lucky because I do think that is the best one, so we can keep Verde in stock. These are good, but I think the Rojo is even better. And there's the taste test. Hopefully we'll find some sweet stuff for next time. It's sweeter than us. All right, I'm gonna go blow my nose some more because now it's leaking.
Oh,
Bye.
lovely.
I thought it was gonna be so much more epic.
I know.
It is.
I already burned through most of it, I think.
6:32 on June 13th, the only Friday the 13th this year. That is a Long Island iced tea that I made. It's supposed to be 2, but Mary's drinking all of it. We're pre-gaming because we're going on our most excellent Smackdown adventure. Bum, bum, bum. But we're going to see John Cena tonight. Rep Arena, baby. We're going to be TV side, so it's going to be interesting to see how that rolls. Doors apparently, supposedly open at 6. If you recall, last time we went 2 years ago, they didn't open them doors till like 10 minutes before the dark matches started, which are supposed to start at 7:30 tonight. So we got about an hour. Pops is on his way to pick us up. I had a double vodka and then half a double vodka, so a single vodka. And I've had 2 shots of tequila. Mary's got a powerful 4.5 ounce beverage, 4.5 ounce of alcohol beverage. And we'll probably, I'm sure, there we go. It's a 3-hour show. We're gonna do some more. Will we see Ron Killings? That would be dope. Not sure. But we get to see L.A. Knight. Yeah. And Damian Priest and Alexa Bliss and RKO. Yeah. Hey, Randy. And Chelsea Green. And Piper Niven. And we're getting a lot of cool stuff. So obviously I'll show some little clips here and there. But we're going to go have a good time and give good TV face. Because we're second row on the TV side. You watch the June 13th, 2025 episode, look to the left of your screen, second row, seats 2 and 3, baby. You fools! We wonder if we're gonna meet Smiley or Flag Guy. That'd be kind of neat too. All right, we gotta get out of here. Oh yeah, it's like 7, we're in. Good, my fingers were over my address. Oh, I'm live. I'm video. Thank you. No boy. Get him, Cap! Come on! Woo! What's going on? Yeah! Woo! Woo! Julia and Beef had action before. I'm not sure if this is going to end up on Saturday Night Main Event or something. Yeah! Oh, sorry. Swapping out the ring skirts and mat for the main event of Smackdown. Kind of neat. One of them is friends with James Gunn. I can't with her.
You know, all week long, I've heard the whole damn world say, we want LA Knight. Yeah! So I know what y'all want, and I know for damn sure what none of y'all want, and that's me walking down here. So why don't we take a walk? Yeah! Because I understand what this is. Defiantly as I walk down here, I am looking at the WWE establishment. I know that. I'm standing out here, and I like it that way. Yeah! Yeah! Well, you got to understand something. See, you have this great little master plan of yours. My God, you're a genius. You did it all. And I know for damn sure your plans didn't include this man. Yeah! Yeah! Let's go ahead and roll that up, lay it on his head. Because here's how it goes down, my man. King of the Ring's right around the corner. What that means is I got a shot at you, I got a shot at you, I got a shot at you, all on the way to taking what's mine. Yeah! And so that means that unbreakable as I walk in there, I gotta drop a Viper. I gotta drop a Nightmare. And if I gotta drop a genius, balding bitch John Cena.
I just decided to get a look upon him with my own eyes.
most successful.
We're having such a blast. I may have to buy these seats again, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Women's Money in the Bank winner, Naomi!
For the vlog video real quick. Thumbnail. From this angle.
Why don't you just do it? Why don't you just cash in and take my title? Right now?
Do it!
Do
it! Do it! Do it!
You're different now, but you really just the same.
Appreciate it. No, you know I'll ask if I need to. We got Dexter Loomis and Joe Coffey, baby. Woo! Yeah, Joe! Yeah! Two! Ah!
That's so something.
Woo!
Keep them out!
You got this.
Dexter! Yeah, Dex! Yeah! Woo!
Okay,
I can't hear. I can hear the chant, but I can't make it out. I think you're right. It's the soccer chant, but I don't.
I think it should be. He's got the whole world in his head.
Oh, he's got the whole. Oh, yes, yes. Oh! Oh no! I mean, yeah, you guys are great, but come on. Whoa! Whoa! Ooh, ooh, help has arrived. Woo! That's amazing. I love it. Oh, please tell me they're getting to Horror Nights' house. I will have such a good excuse to go. Whew.
As the little kids, they're kind of scared with
Oh! Oh! Two, no, okay. Let's go, Casey! Let's go, Casey! Yeah, we tried. I think. Is it Joe Casey? No, I think you're wrong. I think, yeah.
Is Coffee the Irish Gaelic guy?
Yeah, now you're confusing me. That's an awesome horror movie, he said.
John,
Like his only horror movie, maybe?
these people are tired of being disrespected. But the truth hurts.
Loving some Ron Cohen's. Oh, I wish he'd come this way. Oh. Ooh, almost like Alexa Bliss. Woo! What are you doing? Oh my God! Come on, Charlotte. Have some respect for fashion. Byron's gonna lose an eye. The show just ended, but this is after.
Lexington, woo! Did you have a good time? That was good. We have a lot of people here in the arena tonight. If you're one of our friends up there, let's say hi to our friends down here. Our friends up there, let's say hello. So, I love you too. Where's the guy who dropped the F-bomb and sang one? No, can't go with an F-bomb. Like, just say like, Cody, you suck. All right, let's keep the chat well, let's quiet. You got the new rules. All right. 3, 2.
Nice.
Okay, all right. I suck. But we like that guy. I like that guy. Guys, I am positive that anybody who is in my shoes would know exactly how this feels. John Cena is beloved. Woo! Yeah! I'm one of the people who loved him. He only has 16 dates left. And all of us should appreciate it. All of us should thank John Cena. But he's made it so hard. He's made it so difficult. And I want you to know that I do not mind if you get upset with me when I'm in the ring with John Cena. But buddy, you're right. John Cena does suck.
He said basketball sucks.
He didn't always suck.
He did say basketball sucks.
And we do appreciate him all the same. That will come to pass. Before that, these people have been here a long time. I know you're ready to go. You're ready. Oh, look, Charles Robinson's out here, y'all. Now, here's how Charles comes out here as a way to tell me I have to leave.
He's like, no.
Hey, dude, how do you feel about Charles? Okay. I got a retroactive ejection from Charles before I leave. This is a nice piece of the table. This should probably go home with somebody here in Lexington tonight. I can give this very dangerous piece of table away, but I can only give it to the loudest person in here tonight. It's always an honor to be out here. I love this crowd. I have a deep connection to it. I train right around the corner. I want you all to know I love you very much. I can't wait to see you again. I hope you're all coming back.
Yeah!
God bless you guys. Take care of each other. Drive safe. Have a good night. I love you all. Good night!
Okay, we are back from a spectacular SmackDown experience, mostly. One thing, it was cool that once we presented our tickets at the base, we got wrist stamps, so we didn't have to keep showing our tickets, which was nice when you're holding 2 drinks to walk down and just be like, I'm good. And you're like, all right. Overall, had a fantastic time. I'm gonna get the bitching out of the way. The fuck did you do, Lexington traffic safety? They botched the hell out of, like, if you know Lexington, you'll know. But I mean, we can't go too deep into this because it won't matter to so many of you. But for whatever reason, they blocked off a main road, like completely blocked it off with multiple cop cars, no way in or one way out for the parking lot only.
So basically, arena's here. There's a street. Parking lot's on the other side.
And like it's a main important throughway street, which also happens to take us pretty basically straight home, essentially.
Yeah, one-way street. They had it completely blocked off so people in the parking lot could get out.
With cop cars and stuff, not just safety traffic stopping.
Yeah. And then, on top of that, they had one of the streets that feeds into that street completely blocked off.
2 of the streets that...
And then further down, the main artery, one of the main arteries for the city that connects with the street was also blocked off.
Yeah. And there's like a major hotel that's connected too, and people couldn't even leave the hotel, essentially, for that brief peep of time. Instead of just having like 3 traffic safety guys at the exit of the parking lot and being like, okay, now we're gonna do 2-3 minutes, whatever, 50 cars, however you wanna count it, we're gonna let them go while we hold this traffic, and then we're gonna let that traffic go. Because the thing is, it actually fucked up because traffic got crazy everywhere else. Mm-hmm. And us locals that know what we're doing, getting picked up, getting dropped off, driving out, like, you were just screwed. Like, I mean, I know it's going to be traffic. You're going to have to sit, whatever. But, like, why? They caused more problems than they helped. That was a horrible decision. But with that, and then there was like then communication with Dad while cars are being loud and Mary's yelling some directions in my ear and he's saying I'm doing this in my ear. I'm like, what the fuck? I can't. What are we doing? I was having such a good time. Now I'm miserable.
I just like next time, just hand me over to your dad.
Probably. They're better with street names. I know some of those major street names, but I don't place it the way I do landmarks. So anyways, let's get that out of the way. Now let's go to all the cool stuff. Fun fact. Ding. Because throwing it back to Drunken Movie Night. If you were a fan of Drunken Movie Night back in the day, you may remember Cherokee Hall. Turns out he was there too, and I didn't know how close he was to us. I wasn't sure if he was like up in the nosebleed, somewhere in the middle, I don't know. But he's like, I'm here too. Because we posted a picture of where we were. And it turns out he's basically on the other side of the ring from it. Well, more where the walk down entrance is. But it looks like he's just a few rows back from that. I was like, oh, he could have looked over and seen us. We probably could have looked over and seen where he was. So I do kind of wish I had said more of that. One other gripe. Oh, let's walk over here and show them this one other gripe. So we went and got our merchandise bags late. We've watched videos. We know what we're supposed to get. Somebody behind us, and people beside us, they went and got theirs in the middle or early, and they got the full kit. I don't know why we didn't get the full kit because we went late. And like, not just us, everybody late. Because all we got were our autographs. Now, granted, we did get different ones, so we get to show you that in a minute. And like a WWE branded Sharpie. Yeah. But there's supposed to be a magnet. There's supposed to be a little replica belt. And I think like one other tiny thing maybe. And I'm not too worried about those. But for what we paid to not get those at the end, that's kind of bullshit. Like, how do you run out of that?
Yeah, because they had a list. They knew how many people were going to be there.
And even if you pack like an extra 15, 20 in case you get a couple of scam artists or like somebody sneaks a kid an extra one, whatever, how do you run out of that shit? These were not cheap seats. I do feel like I got my money's worth. I'm not terribly upset about it. I kind of definitely want to do it again. With slightly better pickings. If we had gone on it because I was there when they went sale, we could have gotten great. But I wasn't sure we were gonna at that point. So in the future, we'll think about it. If they come back, because also I do have to admit, outside of a few matches, Lexington crowd, show the fuck up, Lexington crowd. That arena was pretty packed. And there's a couple of sections just like, y'all need to be loud or they aren't gonna want to come back.
Yeah.
You know, even if it's not the greatest match, which most of it was.
I think Lexington is weirdly quietly polite when it comes to a lot of their crowd situations.
Can be, yeah. Well, it's also the Rupp Arena effect, like not to get into basketball. Damn you, John Cena. But yeah, we have an issue with that with our UK Wildcats and Rupp Arena sometimes, is it's It's like, why are y'all not making noise and hyping these boys up? But anyways, let's show them the merch real quick, and then we'll just give quick highlights. So I saw a lot of people walking around with Kevin Owens autographs. And I was worried, it's like, do we all get the same one? Because I see like everybody with Kevin Owens. We love Kevin Owens. That would have been cool. But it would have also been kind of weird for us to have 2 of the same thing. That said, when we got to the end of it, they were running out of one of these. They were running out of both of these. Didn't they say like 5 of one and 3 of the other with the couples in front of us? So like we must have been at the very, very end. But I got my boy Otis. Oh yeah! I know I was a little macho man. But, and then I love this one. But considering it's a Mary's a boy. Johnny Gargano.
Gargano, I think. Gargano, yeah.
So that's cool.
I liked him better before he turned to yoga.
Yeah. We'll show you the chairs too, but we had a great time with some of these matches. We had all these fatal 4-ways. They were so good. The prelim matches was cool. We got to see Kip from Pretty Deadly, which was awesome because we love Pretty Deadly. Yes, boy!
So weird seeing him without Elton, though.
It was. And what was the second dark match? It was very cool, but I'm trying to...
It was Julia and...
Oh, yeah, B-Fab.
B-Fab, yeah.
And that was a really good one. And they put up the main event stuff, so I don't know if that'll show up on a Saturday night main event or not, because they did change. Hopefully you saw some of that. They changed the ring banner and changed all the graphics.
Because Kit was with a new guy that's being introduced, but
yeah,
he wasn't officially introduced tonight.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and he's probably going to go to Bloodline. Of course, we got to see John Cena up front. We got to see Jacob Fatu up front. We got to see on the monitors up front Ron Killings, R-Truth, because he jumped John Cena, which was great. And it's like, would have loved to have actually seen him, though. Spoilers, we did later. I mean, it was cool, man. Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, seeing all that in real time. Piper Niven, Abel, what is it, Abel?
It's a...
You know, the other lady from her...
Something Fire.
Secret Herbis. Abel.
No, you're close. It starts with an A.
Alba Fire. They were great. That was fun to see. I was excited to see Chelsea Green, but she did a typical Chelsea bailing and like filmed and sent something in. Motor City Machine Guns are awesome. Had a good time watching them. But I mean, they went up against the Wyatt Six. We didn't know about that match coming in. And not only was it the Wyatt Six, who most of them we couldn't see because they stayed in the walk down and we didn't have a good view of that. But we got our 2 favorite male Wyatt Six in the ring. We got Joe, not Coffee, actually Gacy. We kept getting so confused. Like, wait, is it Coffee? Is it Gacy? But we love that guy. He's insane. And Dexter fucking Loomis on Friday the 13th. Mwah. So that was amazing. We did eventually... Oh, CM Punk fucking showed up. That was not, like, on the bill. So that was awesome. And he read Cena the Riot Act. And then R-Truth actually came out. And we got to see Ron Killings kill a man. He straight up just stabbed him. He was like prison stabbing. Like, fuck you, John Cena. We were literally John Cena's last stop ever. R.I.P. Peacemaker Toretto. I'm obviously kind of lying. I mean, Ron Killings showed up. That was cool. What else really stood out? Anything stood out? Because her throat is kind of gone. That's why I'm doing more of the talking than usual right here. I mean, like, 5% more of the talking than usual.
3 fatal 4s.
4 fatal 4. We had 2 ladies and 2 dudes.
We have 2 ladies?
Yes. And they were all great. Because you had the Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, Abel Fire,
oh, that's right.
Alba Fire. And who the fuck was in that? I just said it a minute ago.
Schweitzer.
No, that's not it. No.
Woo!
No, it wasn't
Charlotte.
Lyra. Charlotte. I said Charlotte, Alexa, Alba, and... Oh, Candice LaRue.
Oh, that's right.
And then we had the other one that was... I know Piper and Nia Jax.
And Jade.
Jade Carnegie and... Anyways, they were great. Sorry, listen, we had a bunch of drinks. We had a good time. Much wooing was done. We were woo girls. We're excited to go watch and see if we did end up on TV much. I feel like we probably did show up here and there. But again, that wasn't the priority. But I did love being this close. I was surprised how much I loved being this close. It really took the sting off the price of the tickets. So it's like, well, SmackDown only rolls through about every other year, so maybe. And since we didn't jump on those tickets when they went on sale in pre-sales, like I have early access pre-sales, I could have got better because I didn't know at the time we were going to do it. So no, we're going to get to it.
Okay.
Anything else? Oh my God, seeing Damian Priest live was cool. Off camera, you probably didn't see this. Damian went up and shook his hand, then Andrade went up and shook his hand. Shinsuke never showed up, never missed it anybody.
How is it? Mine is so blurry and yours is still very...
Because she probably like smeared yours on.
No, it's gotten like blurrier over the course of the
Oh, well then maybe you're touching it and rubbing it or something. I haven't touched mine. I'm not washing this wrist for like 2 years. I'm kidding. And also, I think they alternate SmackDown and Raw years, but you know, doing Raw is going to be a lot
harder.
It's a lot harder for Mary to do Raw. It's right there if you, yeah. All right, let's show off these chairs. Hold on. So they're cool. They're not the coolest chairs ever. And obviously, they're not going to, make sure that doesn't fall for me, will you?
It's fine.
And then will you pull that down for the reveal? Hello, Flippy Fish. Boom. And they're very comfy. They're very quality folding chairs. They're not worth the price of the ticket alone. We were kind of hoping we get something more specific, but in hindsight, it makes sense that you get, if you do a PLE, you're going to get a PLE one specific to that. But if you're just going to the random Raws and, hi, Jack, the random Raws and SmackDown, it makes sense they aren't going to print new ones all the time. We're really hoping our kitties do not claw into these, at least not for a while. So you hear me, Jack, right? Hey, Jack, you good? Don't show him your butthole. It's not that kind of wrestling. There's the cheeky cheek. And yes, they are all zip tied together. And you have a little piece of paper on there that'll tell you like, hey, at the end, wait for somebody to come snip them open. And you may not even see that person. He was pretty ninja-y. I almost didn't notice till I had to move for him. And then you just pick up your chair and take it. So, but make sure you're there for it because I've heard stories of this, and now that I've seen how it works, I could absolutely see that it is true that your chair could get unlocked. If you are not at your chair at the end of the show, some scumfuck could like jump down from somewhere or come from somewhere else and just take your fucking chair. So, if you really want the chair, make sure.
Of course, carrying it all the way up the stairs for...
It can be tricky.
Yeah.
Wasn't that bad.
Well, you didn't have your hands completely full.
Well, you also had like so much stuff, and I kept looking at you like, can I get anything? It was like, I can't get anything because you got it all. You had like a shirt, and you were taking, like I would have got some of the cups and trash, but it's like, well, we're fucking moving. I don't have a place to stop. Anyways. I had a great time. Especially because she was there and it was cute. And our voices are done. So we're going to go watch some replay and, hear the commentators because you don't hear the commentators, obviously, when you're live. Yeah. So we want to hear that and see if we show up. So till next time, brother. Oh, we got to see RKO. RKO was so cool.
Oh, yeah. An LA night.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, at least, I don't know about SmackDown, but Raw, with it being on Netflix, you could theoretically stream it, although the reception is shit in Rep Arena. So you could listen to the announcers.
Well, yeah, but with DirecTV, I could theoretically stream SmackDown. I have the DirecTV satellite set up, so...
But again...
I've thought about that.
Shitty reception in Rep Arena.
I've thought about that, and it would also be delayed. But I thought about, bringing AirPods and doing that on the phone, but also I use my phone for filming and all that. But there's a way. If we start going enough, like every other year or something, it'll be cool. This was the 5th time SmackDown has come to Rep Arena. We've been there for 40% of the time SmackDown has been in Rep Arena. All right, we're going to go. You got more vlog. Bye. Death is a natural part of life. But what is not a natural part of life? Living forever because of unicorns. We saw Death of a Unicorn. We originally went to see this in the theater and then just something came up or whatever. We ended up having to bail on it. We waited. We got it on the old digital platforms, watched it on the giant basement screen, and had a real good time with it. It's not like the most greatest, best, most memorable thing ever, but it's got a great cast that keep you engaged. A fun story. Definitely maybe a little bit more gruesome than anticipated by the end. Sorry, Mary.
How would you categorize this movie? Is it like black comedy horror?
Yeah. I'd probably go with like kind of a dark comedy horror, yeah. Maybe a little fantastical element because of the unicorn stuff. But I think it's done very well. It's got a great pace. Paul Rudd's fantastic. Jenna Ortega's fantastic.
Yeah.
Richard Grant's fantastic.
Everybody was cast well in this.
Yeah, some of the actors, I'm just blanking on their names.
Victor's ass, I mean...
The guy from Barry, who is Metamorpho, Superman. Anyways, him and then like the lady head of security at the house gave me real riffraff and magenta vibes, so I kind of appreciated that. Richard E. Grant is great in this. He kind of goes on a character arc. It's really fun to watch. The wife and his son. Will Poulter is the son. The wife is a famous comedian actress too.
Terry? No.
You'll know.
Yeah.
But I think it's just got a really good pace. It's got a good setup for it. The unicorn stuff is fun. And then when all kind of hell breaks loose, without giving too much spoilers, somewhere in the middle of the movie, it gets really wild. And it's a good time, and it's very satisfying. And without spoiling it, I'd say my only real issue is the very, very, very end. Like, not the ending of the movie itself. There's actually a great place they could have just cut to black with a, fuck. Like, this doesn't look good kind of moment. And that would have been a better place maybe to end it. Then they go a little further, and it starts to be kind of cool, but then you have a logic thing about, hey, officer, you have a dash cam. But also, after that, there's a moment, and again, I don't want to spoil it, but it's like, well, that seems unnecessary and weird. I don't know where they're going with that, but I guess it leaves it open to interpretation at that point.
Yeah.
But overall, I had a really good time with it. Enjoyed seeing that movie.
Yeah.
And
Like I said, a little gorier than I care for, but it's good. But it telegraphs enough that you can be like, okay, yeah, I know what's coming.
yeah, you can kind of avoid it. But there's one or two that are like, oh, goodness, okay. And the movie will hint at it coming up earlier, too, because there's some nice things woven into the story that way. You see what I did there?
Yeah.
You see what I did there? If you know the movie, you see what I did there?
Don't hurt yourself.
Well, it is a stretch to... Oh, God. Oh, crap. All right, well, I mean, again, it's not one of those movies there's a lot to talk about without spoiling anything. We just really enjoyed it. Let us know if you liked it, too. Next movie. Welcome to the shortest movie reviews we've ever done in a long time, because that was short on Death of a Unicorn. Now we're going to talk about another mythical creature, How to Train Your Dragon, live action, 2025. Love the animated movies. The whole trilogy is incredibly solid. Love it. Great designs. Mary's very excited to go to the Isle of Berk in Epic Universe someday soon, hopefully. I'm excited too, but but what do we say about this movie? If you've seen the animated movie, you've seen this movie, and they did a great job translating it to live action.
And it's about half an hour longer.
Yeah, which is weird too, because I don't remember like there doesn't feel like a lot of new stuff added. Like there's a couple of beats here or there.
There's a couple of beats added, but I think they may have expanded some of the training stuff.
Perhaps.
All around, actually.
But then I watched...
there's various types of training in this movie.
I watched Doug, Channel Awesome, Doug Walker. I watched him do the animated review of the animated one after seeing the movie. And it is wild, like how much is shot for shot. It's the same director as the animated movie, and he did use his animated film as storyboards for this.
Yeah.
Because that's pretty neat. I do think the casting holds, I think I cared about those characters I was in. The CG mostly looks great in the movie. There's a few compositing issues here or there, but I mean, what are you going to do?
I think Rough Nut and Tough Nut did suffer in the translation because they are not quite as themselves.
Yeah, they're still there and those characters in the movie, but it's not as much. That did get toned down, but I think everything else is pretty much what we got before. I was still enthralled with it, particularly some of the Dragon Flight stuff, especially on the big IMAX screen. Toothless translated to CG live action very, very well. The kid playing Hiccup did a really good job. Gerard Butler was great as the dad, and Nick Frost as the blacksmith. I can't think of the characters.
Goober or
something like that. Boober. I think there's a B in there.
No, it starts with a G.
Is it? Maybe then it's Goober, but I thought they were great, but again, what can you say about it? If you like the animated, you're going to like this one. I know some people are complaining. It's like, well, why would you even bother? And it's like the same thing I try to say about video games and why they keep failing when they try to change the app to the adaptation because the gamers already know the story. The point is, you're not making it for the people that already know and love the story. You're making a version that people who refuse to watch animation will now go watch, and they can experience that story. And then maybe they'll be like,
might actually watch it now.
yeah, because like my dad doesn't completely flat out refuse animation, but it's a lot harder to get him to watch an animated movie than anything live action. And somebody like my dad might be like, oh, that was very good. I will check out the animated films. So I didn't mind that. And you know, it was emotional, it was a good time. And same movie though.
Yeah. Found out apparently for the animated version of Toothless, what was Prime what's the
Inspiration.
word? Inspiration, thank you. Stitch.
And again, in the Doug Walker thing, I think they mentioned that in the Channel Awesome episode at the end, or maybe I saw it somewhere else too. But they're like, when you look at his head, you realize it's the same shape as Stitch, and that's because Toothless was designed by the guy who I think was making Lilo and Stitch with them back in the day and designed Stitch and left. I think something like that. I don't actually know the whole story. If you know the whole story, definitely comment below, fill us in. But yeah, glad we saw it. But honestly, didn't move the needle. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, give me Resident Evil, but just do the damn game. You may have to drop some stuff out, but you can't do all that in 2 hours. But stop trying to mess with the formula. Like, I'm a gamer who loves that game and loves that story. I want to see that story in live action. And then people who will never play a video game can experience that story and see what all the hubbub is about, you know? Like, I don't understand why. And it's the same with Disney. Like, why do you keep changing it so much? You're just trying to get other eyes on it, you know? But I think this is probably one of the best live action animation remakes because it does all the things right, you know? The emotion, everything is still there.
Yeah.
Music's the same, which is great because the music was great.
This is like, I do wish the cast was a little younger. That's only because if you watch the original trilogy, you see them grow up.
Yeah.
And now they're already kind of where they would be at probably movie 2.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah, they could have probably been a little younger, but overall, really good time. All right, we'll see if we watch anything tonight. It's a Saturday, so we might get to Sinners or something, and if so, we'll talk about that next. More vlog, bye. We're going to review a movie.
We are?
It's a movie about Mary and especially me. It's called Sinners. That's right. We like to sin quite a bit, you know what I'm saying? A little drool on the chin, never mind. Yeah, so we finally, I'm gonna work myself up.
Saying something. No, I'm not.
Yeah, we gotta be not spoilery. If you have not seen Sinners, just watch it. If you've not seen trailers, just watch it.
Yeah.
It's more fun to not know. We're gonna be very, very, very spoiler free, but we will mention a couple things that were in trailers. Just so we can talk about it. It is Ryan Coogler's film. Everybody has raved about it. We are late to the party. I don't remember what happened. We really wanted to go see it in IMAX. We had tickets and we had to cancel because of whatever.
Yeah.
And we never got around to getting back and seeing
I think
it.
Rotten Tomatoes was what, 97 for critics and 94 with audiences?
Something like that. It's like 97
versa?
and 95 between the two of them. Not that we put much stock into Rotten Tomatoes, but when you do see a number like that, it's impressive.
Yeah. That's
And-
like Paddington 2 territory.
Yeah, and even as hyped as I was and she was for it, by God, it's a great movie. And it's just an incredible movie. Make sure you watch the mid-credit. There is a post-credit that wasn't super important, but
It was fun.
it was cool.
It was like, oh, that was good.
Yeah.
I like that addition.
But man, this is just so good. Michael B. Jordan should get an Oscar nomination for his dual role in this.
Honestly, all the casting was pretty solid, but Michael, yeah.
He did a lot of the heavy lifting, even though everybody was great. Especially Haley Steinfeld.
Is that who that was? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's Hawk Girl. Hawkeye.
Yeah.
And from Bumblebee.
Yeah. I thought she looked familiar. I just wasn't placing her.
And our main Irish dude, because I'm trying to keep some things vague, was really memorable in this. And so was all the supporting cast. She's not like they're great too. I mean, Leroy Del, Linda Leroy.
Our musician.
Yeah, like he's a very
musician?
famous actor. No, the older musician.
The older musician. Okay.
Leroy Del. Well, I know his name, and as I tried to say, anyways, Slim was fantastic as well. Listen, it's just got a great pace. It's like 2 hours and 18 minutes.
Didn't feel like it.
Didn't feel like it. Didn't try to drift at all late on a Saturday night after much alcohol.
No.
Wide awake,
Yeah.
edge of my seat.
Like I said, extremely engaging story.
Yep.
Fantastic casting. It's just go see it.
Great location, great cinematography, great effects.
Yeah.
And for the type of movie it becomes, like, it's a great movie. It spends a lot. It spends the first half of the movie kind of setting it up, letting you learn the characters.
Yeah.
And you like all these characters. You would follow any of these characters in a story because they're all very interesting and well performed. And then it just goes kind of ape shit, like one of my all-time top 5 favorite movies. It's very reminiscent of that, which is why I'm delicately dancing around things in case you haven't seen trailers or know anything about it. But yeah, see it. Like, I'm so glad we at least have our like 125 inch 4K projector set up downstairs. So it's still, and we're sitting close, so it still feels pretty IMAX-y.
I was like, honestly, I want to try to get my parents to watch it just to see how they react, because I can guarantee they know nothing about it.
Yeah, they
Or
would
at
be
least
a
my
good
mom
test
probably
case.
knows nothing about it.
Yeah.
Dad might. He putters around the internet enough.
And I've got my dad. He's gonna watch it tomorrow, I think, and he will really like it. And I told him, because even if he saw trailers, he wouldn't remember them by now. So like, just watch it. Just watch it. I'm not telling you anything about it. It's called Sinners. Go watch it. But yeah, I mean, it really is a meal of a movie. As Ryan Coogler said, he doesn't want to do sequels or anything. There's definitely room for that, because there's things in there. I would be fascinated by hearing more of the story from other characters and things.
There are a couple of characters in particular would leave plenty of room for future storytelling. But I am perfectly happy with this being a standalone movie.
Same, and that's what I like his description of it, which I absolutely agree with, was he gives you an appetizer, a salad course, a main course, and even a little dessert. It is a full meal. And it's wonderful. I think one thing I would love to see expanded upon, though, and I'm going to, again, delicately tiptoe around this, early in the movie, a certain group of people are chasing somebody.
Yes, yeah.
I would be very curious about that.
That
could be a good spin-off if one had to happen.
I will admit, I feel like that's the one part of the movie went, why? Why was this even done like this?
It's good setup, it's set tone, it gave you a certain amount of ominousness, and it didn't need to be expanded upon anymore. But I've heard other people talk about, we'd be kind of curious, like, what is that culture, that group, that lore? Like, what's the lore there? Like,
yeah, because it's kind of going like, well, that's not a profession I would associate with y'all, but.
Also, something I don't know that you noticed, I didn't until I was watching a video pointing out. I don't know if it's I think it's during the end credits or something, or maybe opening credits. But there's like a whole thing with a whole bunch of like newspaper clippings, and it adds a lot more to the backstory. It tells you some things about, or at least very much suggests how certain people got certain places and how everybody wound up where they wound up a little bit. I'll tell you more off camera just in case.
No, because I don't remember that at all.
I honestly don't remember either until they were talking about it in the video, and then I'm like, oh. And then they might not have even been in the credits, but I think it was in the credits.
That's because, like I said, because usually that particular.
They may have just like found it on a wall in a shot or something and looked. I don't remember. I'll have to go back and look into that. But
because usually that sort of newspaper document sort of thing always gets my attention, because I'm like, oh, there must be something here. And I don't remember having that particular thought during the movie.
Fair.
But it's just like any like the newer like Godzilla movies where you got all the redacted reports and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what's this? What can I get from this?
So we'll go back and look into that. But there's something about that. There's some neat stuff in there. One thing I do want to point out before I forget to mention it is, and this is just a minor pet peeve of mine. It's not a knock at this movie in particular. It's something that bothers me about movies, especially recently. I had a thought about it. I'm like, why are we doing this? For better or worse. This movie does, we got it on Vudu or Fandango at home. We got the digital copy. It includes the IMAX versions of the scenes. A lot of times they'll just get recropped and you get the 1 aspect ratio for the whole way when it comes to home video. But that means there is aspect ratio switching in here. She didn't notice. Most people will never notice.
Did not notice.
It bothers me when I notice it, because I don't like aspect ratio shifting unless it is part of the storytelling, which this was not. This is just like, oh, here's a big grand scene, so we're gonna go, and now the big grand scene's done, and we shrink back into like the 2, 3, 5. That just annoys me, because I'm like, why don't you just shoot the whole thing in IMAX? Or why is IMAX more of a It's not 16 by 9. I know that. I can't think of the exact aspect ratio off the top of my head. I'm just using 16 by 9 as an example. But why did they make IMAX that aspect ratio? Why didn't they make IMAX in a 2:3:1? You know, it's like, I didn't just shoot on 70 millimeter. I don't know. It's just a nitpick. It's bothering me. It's a new thought I've had, and it stood out. But
I'm halfway tempted to have him point it out to me, and then I'm like, no, don't do that, because once he does point it out to you, you'll probably start seeing it too, and then you'll be annoyed, and then
again,
I don't need that.
And that's not specific to this movie. I've seen that in so many, like, IMAX.
He just
Mission
started
Impossible.
complaining about this with How to Train Your Dragon.
Well, because I happen to have the thought about why do they even need to aspect shift? Why did IMAX choose a less widescreen? Like, we fought forever to get away from 4x3 TVs, especially back in the pan and scan era. So like, well then why did, now that we got so used to getting like CinemaScope in theaters, like the 2.3.1s, the 2.4s, whatever, 2.3.5s, why, and I can take a 16 by 9, but why is IMAX closer to 16 by 9? What was the decision not to have IMAX be wider? I don't know. There's probably a technical reason or something. I would like to go research. Anyways, I didn't want to go too deep on that. I just wanted to point out that they do have the IMAX scenes in there, so they aren't recropping it. Because like, there's some examples where they recropped the Dune 2, and some of that cropping is just very poorly done. And honestly, when they're doing those crops, it's essentially pan and scan, but this time instead of panning and scanning from side to side to shrink in now they're doing it from top to bottom, if they do it at all. The other thing that is great about this movie is it's very music based. Music is important. Music is almost a character in itself to this film.
And the music is going to surprise you in places.
In a great way. It fits. It takes some swings and it fits. And I cannot pronounce the gentleman's last name. I'm sorry. Ludwig, the composer for like The Mandalorian and so much other great stuff now.
Ludwig Beethoven?
No. But what was really neat that I've never seen before that I appreciated as a musician and as a filmmaker, I've never seen the composer be an executive producer. Like, his name was first on the executive producer line, which is great.
Oh, yeah.
But also, if you think about this movie and you know this movie, you realize, yeah, of course he was like strongly involved from day one. You know, if you're gonna make music that important, to bring somebody on who knows his stuff about music and music history and culture and all that, that was a great decision, and another part of why it works so well. Mm-hmm. The trailers, again, are kind of weird because some of the trailers give away way more than they should. They really should have kept it a lot more vague. The first trailer, which maybe even the teaser, I don't want to say. I'm surprised what it showed and where that shows up in the movie, because it's like, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
But after the main part of the movie is over, you get some dessert. There's some extra satisfying stuff that didn't necessarily have to be in there, but I'm very glad it was.
You're gonna be happy it is.
Yeah. So yeah,
this movie could have easily been about 20 minutes shorter.
Yeah. I'm glad it wasn't.
Yeah.
It's the same, I'm sure, but
yeah.
Like, they could have. A studio, if they had less control, a studio could have come in and been like, you don't need to do this or this or this. Cut it. If it was Roger Corman, he would cut all this off. Be like, nope, lean meat, get in, get out, But I'm glad that did not happen. This is a fantastic film. Coogler was already kind of building that reputation and that filmography that puts him on like the legendary lists of like your Spielbergs to your Nolans and a bunch of directors like that.
And he has his favorite actor.
Well, yeah, favorite actors actually, because one of them, of course, got canceled, so that's why we don't have Kang in here. But
I guess he is, isn't he?
yeah,
Oh.
that's a whole other story.
I forgot he was in some of his other movies.
Yeah, but I think if he hasn't already landed on that list of legendary directors, this one for me puts him there, and I will watch his career with great interest. Because he did. If you didn't know, like, he did Black Panther. He did Black Panther 2. That one didn't hit for me as much, but there was a lot of other issues in that. What else did he do?
Creed.
That's what I was thinking. Well, Jonathan, that's where I got confused, because Michael B. Jordan, I think, did Creed 2, right? Like,
no, he's the Creed.
I know, but he took over and directed either the second. He directed whatever the last one was.
Oh, you're talking about directing. I thought you were talking about acting.
Well, yeah, I was talking
about him as an actor.
No, I know Michael B. Jordan plays Creed. I was just saying he also directed the last one. And which, even though I'm not a huge boxing movie guy, and I don't think you are either, we should really see, because he is a huge anime fan, and I've seen some scenes from that movie, and he directly wanted this to feel like a live action anime movie as a boxing story, and I was like, I like what I saw. But anyways, the Cougs, can we call them that with respect? I'm very excited about it. And if you are on the fence about Sinners, go. Don't hesitate.
Yeah.
If you've been putting it off, watch it before too much gets spoiled. I've been pretty lucky. Most things hadn't been spoiled outside of what was in trailers.
Yeah.
And if you have taste like ours and you had no idea about it, just go watch it. Don't look into it.
Yeah.
It's a good time. And it is a sensual film, too.
Yeah, I'm going to say the only people I can see not liking it who are people who are prudes.
Extreme prudes.
Extreme prudes.
Because it's not like, I don't even think there was any nudity per se. Yeah, I don't think there was any nudity. Like it, and there's...
everything was tastefully done as far as camera placement.
And there's
goes.
a little bit of sex scene stuff, but it's like nothing crazy, and it's absolutely to serve the story. But man, some of these characters were thirsty. Yeah. Damn, I had some urges after that movie. Yeah, all right, that's good. We talked for over 13 minutes because we loved it. Of the 3 movies we reviewed this week, clearly this was the one. Death of a Unicorn, How to Train Your Dragon.
Okay.
Clearly this was the winner.
Yeah, although the other 2 really good
Oh
movies.
yeah, no, absolutely we're seeing.
So a solid week of good movies.
But if you recall those reviews, we didn't have a lot to say about
Well,
them.
that's because we weren't doing spoilers for
We didn't do
one.
spoilers here either. And we ran for 13 plus minutes. Even take my rant out, we still crossed 10.
I thought we did. Maybe we didn't.
No, anyways, this is all we have left to do except my cocktail. So we're gonna sit down and watch some wrestling, I'm gonna drink some wine, and then we can finish this vlog. Enjoy the other stuff we've already shot. Bye.
Bye.
Woohoo! Welcome to May the 4th, finally. So I ordered all my stuff on May the 4th. I was at the park until, when did I come back from that? Like May the 9th? And I believe this got here right after I got home or right before I got home. So shipping from the website went very, very well. But we are here to open up 2 lightsabers, limited edition. You can no longer get these. They're already out of them, unless they have them in the park. I'm not sure. But it is from Ahsoka, and it is something I really hoped they would make. I love that we're starting to get some of the Disney Plus shows in saber form, because we also have one from the Acolyte we'll get to in a few weeks. That's going to be really neat. But this is going to be Baylan Skoll and Shin Hati. And I did, if you saw my May the 4th vlog, you got a preview of these, because I did get to pick them up, and they are pretty spectacular. And they are a slightly different blade color. They're closer to that orange you get in the show. And we are avoiding my address. And it comes in a very nice collector box.
Is that Star Trek thing?
Yeah, kinda.
Or is it the realm between?
It might be World Between. Yeah, I guess it is more World Between Worlds. I think that's just hard cardboard. I don't think that's wood. Okay, I'm gonna put this down where you can't see the address. Nobody's behind me. Cool. So yeah, it comes with the hilts for Baylan and Shin, and it comes with blades. And it comes in a pretty nice little box. And I don't know if Mary's gonna want to translate or not, but it shows you how to do the batteries, all that stuff. Your usual, usuals here. Now, did I already toss my knife back in my pocket? Probably. Maybe. There it is. Let's find a way in that I won't damage things too badly. That started. Come on now. There we go. Kind of a thicker plastic here than usual. Don't want to lose track of it. I've had that thing since I was like 8 years old, man. I've had that pocket knife forever. Like, that's not an exaggeration. It's like 8, 10, 12, something like that. But I've had that pocket knife that long. Okay, now how do we open it?
I think it's like slides off the bottom.
Oh no, it looks like it is magnetic. Okay, I see it now. So we're gonna lift up here, basically. Yep, there we go.
Good job.
This is the problem with having the table back down to a normal size.
Well, somebody wouldn't completely cover it with.
Well, I'm working on. I got a bunch of new stuff I'm learning. So we can flurp it open. Oh, they are numbered? Ooh, they are numbered. So I got number 1,190 out of 4,000.
Okay.
Nice. These are so pretty.
Now, which one's which?
I think this one's Shin. Honestly, that's a good question. I don't remember off the top of my head, but this thing is just gorgeous, man. Look at this. And they have new plugs. These have plugs that make it look like actually looking down the barrel of a lightsaber.
Oh.
Instead of your standard little black plug. That's a nice touch. You know, and that's where the blade will go, of course.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, like basically the safety caps,
All right.
if you will. There we go. Yeah, I like that a lot. It does feel like that should slide, but it doesn't. That will be our push button, I believe.
No, I think it might be that.
Oh, you're right. Nope. I did this in the store. Oh, it is a switch. It is a switch. Probably something when we get a blade in there, it'll work a little bit better. We'll see. And then I'm pretty sure that's Shin. That might be Baylan. It'll tell me on the box once we get everything out. It's been a minute since I looked at them specifically. I just know they both had gorgeous lightsabers. Oh yeah, that looks so cool. And that there, is that the button? No.
I feel like that would be Baylan's.
I think you're right. Oh, there's the button. That's a push button right there. And check out his blade cap. That's really cool, man. So it really does look like, that's awesome that they're starting to do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really nice touch. And I assume the blades are underneath here, like they would be with Legacy Sabers. Yes. Oh, and our battery's not installed? There's 3 batteries. They would, are there 2 packs? They're 2 packs. So the batteries are not installed in this at all. So once we get everything out, we will take a little pause here and get the screwdriver. So that they do give you all the batteries, but it's nice they're not quite installed. Which again, is not a difficult thing to do. These lengths, these almost look more like Savvy lengths. I'm not sure they're actually the full, I think it's like 28, 31, and 34 are the lengths. And the one in the middle is what you get at Savvy's Build-A-Saber. And the other 2 are the ones you buy. That has their names on there. That's interesting. I've not seen that on anything. Granted, I don't tend to buy the Legacy Sabers when they're the Legacy style. I mean, I buy the Legacy hilts, but once they put them in a package with the blade, it gets all different.
Is there any difference on the end here?
No, they should all be interchangeable. They should be the same. Like, we should be able to throw in our other blades, no problem, you know?
Okay.
All right, so let's get this out the way. Oh, and then just confirming, because it'll tell me here somewhere. Where was it? Here we are. We had it correct. We had Shin's is the one we thought. Baylan is the one we thought. We're good to go. Oh, no, Eric. I mean, it's not like I worry about the instructions being in great shape, but I set it on the sticky side.
Good job.
Well, also, I don't know why this thing is so, why they made this so sticky. That did not need to be. Great, cool. Well, again, these are not going to be resold like that. Certainly not intended to be like complete in box, because I won't keep this box forever. Actually, I might keep that box a while. All right, so I assume, like most sabers, you just screw off there. And we have this. We'll need a little screwdriver to get that loose to put the batteries in. And I'm sure Baylan's is the same. Yep, just it's a little bit lower here.
And they both have the attachments that you hate for your belts.
Yeah, the loops, they don't have the clips, but not much you can do about that. At least these are, you know, it's different when it's at Savvy's and you're building a saber, and out of your 10 choices, only 1 is the clip, versus these are screen accurate, so it doesn't bother me as much. All right, we're gonna take a quick pause so we can get a screwdriver and get the batteries in. We'll be right back. All right, my very exhausted wife went and got a screwdriver. We got the batteries open, but I did want to show you how it works. So, you know, you already saw us pull the thing out. You can take the screw all the way out. You don't need to take it all the way out. I would recommend you not taking it all the way out. And then just like any other battery thing, you're gonna load them in. And we're gonna find that, put that back on. We're gonna do it right side up. And we're gonna tighten that screw back in. No need to over tighten or whatever, just, you know, give it a little tension. And you'll see there's a notch. I don't know how the camera can pick it up, but there is a notch that matches that. So you can always just spin till you find it. And that should just pop back on. So like that. So let's do the other one real quick, and then we can give the grand blade reveal. Which of course won't look as great on camera as it will in real life. And for the most part, any actual, Disney sold lightsaber, they're going to have basically the same battery compartment setup. For the most part. You might run into a different one here or there. And again, find the notch. And go in flush. And eventually you can take off all these other stickers too. You might have to use some Goo Gone though. Those stickers do leave a bit of a residue. So there you go. That's how you're going to change those. So now we're going to pop the blade out, or pop the thing out. Grab a blade. Now you'll see there's sort of two slidey parts there, a little bit more in the ring. That's what you're going to line up these silver bits with. It does only go one way, so if they don't want to fit the one way, go ahead and turn them. You can also look for, actually this is even better to line it up. The 3 dots and the 1 square, you'll see there's like 3 connectors. I should say rectangle, not a square. Okay, so there's a top pin going that way. So I'm gonna go like this. And then spin it to get it in. Oh, hey, don't reveal. It's also not locked in. There we go. Now it's locked in. You should push and twist. That one took a little bit. It was a little bit tight. But as you just saw, orange blade.
Yes, very pale orange on the camera here.
But I assume Mary will attest that in real life it's very orange.
Yeah.
That is an unfortunate button placement. Because when I want to swing it, my fingers I have to be very careful about where it is.
Now, interesting thing is, as you move it, it gets a darker orange when it's in motion.
We've run into that with most of these sabers in filming, remember?
Yeah.
I am excited to see how the new guy handles Baylan. I think getting the Hound from Game of Thrones, and considering them and Rey were good friends, I think that'll be pretty good honoring. I do hate recasts in Star Wars, but this is one that, what are you gonna do? So. It's got a nice feel to it. I'll give Mary a chance to check it out in a minute, but let's check out Shin Hati. Same deal. Pull the plug. Find your lineup. There we go. That's more like what it's supposed to be like. Hers is a little interesting in its balance. And then it does have a different ignition sound. The crossguard, I assume that's what you'd call that.
Yeah.
Feels nice. It gives you good torque. Torque? That's not. But hers is a little more weighted in the front. It is a little unbalanced. Most of the sabers are pretty well balanced, I would say. Oh. Oh yeah, I don't know how well you're picking it up. There's like this little metal
ting.
Like clanging swords on some of her brooms.
Yeah, I hear it.
Oh, that's cool. Now I gotta go back and check that in the show. Did I miss that? That's a neat little effect. Can you hear it?
Oh, yes, I can hear it.
What then?
Oh.
It's not every time, but that's pretty cool. Mary, would you like to play with a saber?
Sure.
Keep in mind, Mary's exhausted. I think it's because you're getting over that cold or whatever you've had. Because you seem to be a lot better with most of your symptoms. Maybe you just need to sleep off the rest. Oh my God, she put my eye out.
This is actually one of the more comfortable lightsabers.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Although I think it is a little not as balanced as I'd like, but grip-wise, I agree. And again, I think that cross guard really helps with it sitting in your hand nicely.
Yeah. No, I would say this might, as far as pure feels go, this is probably one of the best.
Nice.
This is like somebody went, oh yeah, I have to actually hold this goddamn thing while I'm fighting. There are a lot of, particularly like the old school original lightsabers, it's like, did anybody actually stop to think about how this is going to feel in your hands while you're going,
Yeah, your Luke and Vader, particularly, I guess that's technically the same lightsaber, but you know what I mean. Anakin, all that.
Yeah.
Although I am excited to open up the Qui-Gon Jinn. I think that one will be pretty smooth and comfy too. Do you want to take a swing on the Baylan Skoll there and see what you think about that one?
Yeah, sure.
Beautiful.
I would. The Nope, not that one. This one, that one.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're okay.
Yeah, I feel like he's like a two-hander. Is he a two-hander?
I don't know. It's been a minute. I'm due for an Ahsoka rewatch.
He's
only
got
seen it
enough on here
twice.
to be a two-hander.
And I could see him being more broadsword with it.
See, this one, this looks like if it's one-handed, it would be designed to be held down here. In which case, this is way too front-loaded.
Yeah, that's fair. And grabbing it in the middle gives you the button issue.
Yeah.
And it definitely has different sounds. I like that. This is a bit more of a growly whirl.
Here, turn yours on. I was trying to get some of the battle sound effects.
Wait, we gotta bring it in close. Let's do the old. Bring it down. I want it under your face, like yeah, Zip. 'Tis but a scratch. All right. Oh, that button does not want to move easy one-handed though. There we go. Oh, we got a dual wielder, an accidental dual wielder. Hi, you look much prettier than I do. In general, not just with the sabers. But, you know, marrying the katanas. See, I'm living dangerously. I just stepped into the... What are you, a Jedi Moil? You get that away from there. You get that away from there, lady. All right, yeah, these are great. I love them. I love they're different. I love the different blade color. I would love for Savvy's to start giving us ones that could also do that and get orange crystals. That would be incredible. But we'll see.
Yeah, but definitely. This is.
Yeah, that just like a man, it goes off way too easy.
This one is comfortable to hold, and you're not going to accidentally turn it on or off.
Right, agreed.
So yeah, this one pretty.
There you go. I like the design. Visually, Baylan's is cooler, but you know, that's just me. But I love that they gave us these more accurate end caps, safety caps. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, you just gotta find some place to put them so you don't.
Well, I'll just take the blades back out. I'll store them. I usually just kind of keep the hilts lying around anyways. All right, there you go. That's our lightsabers. Dishes are done. Bye. Welcome back to some more exciting Disney pin unboxing action. Will we continue our curse?
Sorry, I had hair tickling my nose. You been nippling?
Will we continue our curse?
Oh, I don't know, will we?
Today we have, unfortunately, the only ones. So these are going to be Star Wars, May the 4th, 2025 pins be with you. So when I ordered my May the 4th stuff at the beginning of May the 4th, I went ahead and grabbed 2 packs of these. I'm glad I did because I assumed I'd be able to find these easily in the park. And I was not. So these are the only 2 we're going to be able to get because they sold out online. And I'm just really hoping we don't end up with the same, or 2 and 2 again. Any of these would be cool. We got a Stormtrooper, we got Luke versus Vader Empire style, we got the Falcon, we got 3PO, we got Vader, we got Luke, we got R2, and we got a Death Star. So, should be a good time. Maybe. Maybe not. I got the camera a little closer than usual on me. All right.
These are light.
Well, yeah. They're generally pretty light.
I feel like they're light for Disney pins.
Maybe. Maybe not.
All right. I'm going first, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I got Vader or the Falcon.
I got the
Death
Death
Star.
Star.
That one's pretty cool. That's a cool one. Do you think it's Death Star 1 or 2? This was the anniversary of Empire Strikes Back. It could be either.
I don't know. Is there a good way to tell the difference?
No. Well, I guess no, you know what? I'm an idiot. Yeah, that would have to be part 1 because it's completely built. It's not half a shell.
True.
Derp. All right. Well, let's go ahead.
That's it. Give me your Star Wars card.
All right. I'll take back all the lightsabers. That one's different. Okay. All right. Let's see what it is. I can't really do the feel test. I was hoping I could do a little bit of the feel arounds. Hey, we got the Stormtrooper. Yeah. That's cool. That's a cool guy right there. He looks pretty cute. Okay.
If I can get...
Now we hope Mary does not open a Stormtrooper. Because that would be a bad sign. Because you know what? Now I'm thinking I feel this one. It might be the Death Star. And these we ordered, so I had no way of picking them.
That's different. It's
Oh,
different.
okay.
It's the Millennium Falcon.
We got the Falcon. I feel like that should have a little more line work than it does, but...
Yeah, it is very light on the line work.
Well, then there's hope. There's hope for a different pen here. Rebellions are built on hope. Do you not see what we need to win this war? We need 4 different pens or else the rebellion will die. Hold on, let me stick my red Oreo. Crumple fill skin. Ooh, we got the awesome one. And we did not get a duplicate. But that's probably the one I most wanted. We got Vader versus Luke Empire style. That I think is the coolest one on there. Nice. It's also got a real mirror-y part there. I thought that would all the black on Vader, but I kept seeing your face in the picture. Which I don't mind. Put your face on a pin. Then I'll just look at myself all day. Well, hey, look at that. We actually got half of them. So...
Yeah.
And for the most part, it's probably the half I would have liked to have had. The Vader one would have been pretty sweet.
Yeah, a Vader.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the one that's just the Vader helmet.
Oh, yeah.
Because it pops out a little bit more.
Oh, yeah.
But look at that. We got 4 different ones. Maybe the curse is broken. Fingers crossed. Knock on the woods. Knock on woods. Because what was it, like 3-4 times in a row that we just opened pins and we pulled duplicate boxes?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's at least 3 pin unboxings in a row we did that on. So I doubt I will ever be able to find these again. I wouldn't
Maybe
mind.
the fates are just being nice to you because you can't get any more of these.
Perhaps. But now you got me curious. Shoop Disney.
Shoop Disney.
Shoop Disney. Shoop. Shoop a doop. Shoop a doop. Shoop a doop a doop a doop. I love being nerds with you. Let's see what pins they got. Well, okay, I'm trying to get me to install something. Oh, that 70th is going to be kind of nice. Oh, the 4th of July stitch pin is pretty cool. Limited release, June 17th. I wouldn't mind having that. That's not what we're here for, though. They have gone to not really selling pin boxes online very much anymore. Not like they used to.
Search Star Wars.
Listen, I just want to see what's new here anyways. The Headless Horseman one's pretty dope. Trust me, there's not that many more to look at. We're almost to the bottom of the list. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't think they're selling any blind boxes right now except for the one that's from the D23 2023 box.
Oh.
Yeah, so no. Oh well. Cool. Success on pins. The Force was with us. Now we're gonna go back in time and open up some lightsabers. You already saw it. Bye-bye. This is gonna make a drama. This is gonna be a good drama. I'm obviously overplaying it. I tried too hard. Hey, you know what I love?
What?
Lemonade. You know what I love more?
What?
Lemon Drop Martinis. Oh yeah. I don't think we've ever made one of these on here. I've made one before. But I think it was before we were really making stuff. So, keeping it simple, stupid. Kiss. Sorry, I just chugged that wine. We were watching Raw. Anyways, we've got vodka. We've got Cointreau. We have simple syrup I made, which is half sugar, half water, boiled and chilled. We have freshly squeezed lemon juice. This is one giant lemon. I got so much juice out of that boy. We have a shaker that I put 5 glasses of ice, or 5 pieces of ice in. Hey!
Guys.
Sorry, everybody.
Hold on.
Hey!
Aaron. No.
No. Itty bit wide. Itty bit wide.
Did she run downstairs?
Yeah. We're starting to think Itty Bit is doing this on purpose. She's baiting him. Like, we saw her, like, lying in wait and, like, laying down and then smiling at him to, like, draw him over to get shitty at him. Like, what? We're trying to figure out. Anyways, we're dealing with those two. Okay, and so lemon juice. And then we have, actually, I realized, even though it's out of expired, but it's sugar, we got Lemon Drop Rimmer sugar. Oh boy, Jack's gonna figure out the door. Yeah, go ahead. She got it. I did keep one tiny little wedge of lemon just to, you know, kind of wet my rim.
You can see the design pattern through it. That's a very thin piece.
Well, I didn't need a lot because I just need to get a little bit sticky. And honestly, this lemon is pretty sticky because just from juicing it, my hands are like, hey, baby. And it does say to like garnish.
Are you just going to do the edge?
Yeah.
Or you...
What do you mean?
Oh, the way you do it, it looks like you don't move the glass.
I was totally moving the glass. I'm going to lay some sugar
Oh,
out.
that is way too much.
Well, what am I going to use this for? It's very expired. Just trying to make it there so that we can... Oh my God. Fuck me. This plate's too small.
Well, just do it.
I don't...
Do it the same way you did your lemon thing.
What are you saying, like that?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think that... I guess it kind of works. It doesn't work great, though, because then the stuff that does get stuck initially, it knocks off. I guess I'm kind of making it work. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
that's
just-
like
it doesn't-
a decent rim.
That's a pretty good rim job. I just gave it a pretty good rim job. You're right, it is very wasteful. That's why I was like, pour 3 tablespoons onto a plate. Are you fucking with me? Anyways, this is a pretty heavy boy. I thought about making it a double, but then I realized it's already a double. We are going to start with 3 ounces of vodka. 3 ounces of Stephanie vodka. Of course, this is a 2-ounce little measurer. Do. 2 ounces into the shaker. And we want about another ounce. If I had lemon Grey Goose, I would have used that. I have orange Grey Goose, but I don't have lemon Grey Goose. All right, so we got the vodka. All right, next up we want...
Half an ounce of...
Well, actually it says 2 ounces of lemon juice next, so...
Oh, okay.
Throwing me off my game, girl. I'm just messing with you. Oh, wow, that was essentially that whole lemon. Actually, that was that whole fucking huge lemon. All right. Well, I ain't making the second one.
2 ounces? Okay. I thought it was 2 tablespoons.
2 ounces of fresh lemon juice.
Okay.
Half an ounce of triple sec or Cointreau. Half? Yeah, half.
So less than 1.
Oh my God. I've been doing it. What was that?
I think that was a pen.
Okay. I've been doing it wrong my whole life. There's the Cointreau. Half an ounce to an ounce of simple syrup.
So how sweet do you want it?
Taste, I know. Well, I made so much that we didn't need.
So how the whole ounce?
I know, but also I don't want it to be that sweet. I prefer it to be tartar. So I'm gonna go somewhere between half an ounce and an ounce just because. Also, I'm really proud of myself for putting it in an easy pour bottle.
Rather than the mason jar.
Having to like spoon it out. I don't know why it took me forever to figure that out. We're going about 3/4 ounce. We're going like kind of in the middle.
Hi, Jack.
And we're not doing the lemon twist for garnish. I'm sorry, that's too much work.
Put it in.
If I was in a bar and trying to make it look like it was worth the 3,000% markup, maybe. All right, we shake. Not overshake. See, I'm getting better. That felt, I could tell the whole thing got cold and frosty. I'm trying to use that as my judgment now.
All right.
And we strain into my now condensating beautiful beautifulness. And we would garnish with like a lemon peel or a lemon wedge or a lemon twist. But listen, I don't mind if I have to become a chef, but I'm not looking to be a bartender, so I'm not worried about making it that pretty and fancy. Unless I'm doing a party and trying to impress people.
Yeah.
Which I never tried to.
There's always the thing of if you're doing things in bulk versus just doing the one thing, the garnish always just seems like, ugh.
But also in bulk, it feels more reasonable.
Right, that's what I was saying.
Oh, okay.
If it's like, if you're just making the one drink.
Right, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm with you. Now, I don't have to try to impress people, ever. Because I'm just motherfucking impressive as is. Pinky's up, bitch. This looks good. This looks like a legit motherfucking lemon drop. Mmm. Mmm. Ow. I'm just kidding. I would have preferred the half-ounce simple syrup, but I want to start using the simple syrup. It's a tiny bit sweeter than it is tart, but there's still some tartness. The sugar's adding to the sweetness, but it's good. It tastes lemony. You don't taste the vodka. You don't taste the Cointreau. Actually, I'm getting a hint of the orangeness from the Cointreau, but not the alcohol part of it. That's a damn good lemon drop. A little less simple sugar. I'd probably throw an extra half-ounce of lemon juice in if you could. With like going to half-ounce of simple syrup. Because I like it really fucking tart. Like, I will fucking suck on a lemon. It's not the only... I know, let me clarify. That's not the only lady part I'll suck on. Hmm. Hmm. Gotta get that pinky up for balance. Mmm. Mary, would you like to try this?
Not right this second, and that's partly because I still have ice cream taste in my mouth. And it's my favorite ice cream that I can't get anymore.
Understandable. Mary may or may not try this. We'll see. No pressure or whatever if she don't. Because honestly, it's pretty fucking good. And I don't mind if she ain't gonna take any, but if she wants some. Ooh, what if we put some limoncello in there? I'm gonna juice another lime. We're gonna make another one. I'll be right back.
Another lime? You mean lemon?
I'm gonna put lime juice in my lemon drop.
You just said lime, though.
I know I did, but now I said that as a joke and I was gonna fuck with it, but it's like, bro, could we make a lime drop?
Probably.
I mean, just do the same goddamn thing, but switch the lemon juice for lime juice?
Yeah.
And then keep the lemon salt so it's almost Sprite-like a little?
Maybe. Next week's drink?
Well, it'll be 2 weeks away and I'll forget.
I can try to remind you.
I'll try to make a note. Perhaps we'll try that. In the meantime, if you have variations on this lemon drop, or a lime drop, or a lemon lime drop, you damn sure better comment. And I am not asking for any kind of fucking engagement reason. I'm asking because I love a tasty fucking cocktail. And I love lemon, but I love lime more. So, yeah. All right. That's good. That fucking hits. Mixologist out! Fucking missed. Wait. I got like 2 tries here. Mixologist out! Well, there you go. I hope you had a good time. I certainly had a good time, despite being limited time. A couple weeks we will try to make something more interesting or more... You know, I got a few ideas. I also desperately need to start finding diet recipes because Zer being back is not helping. It's helping my spirituality. Oh my God, sorry for all the shakiness. My happiness is helped greatly. But yeah, so next week, of course, we're doing May 5th, Cinco de Mayo out there in Disney. So that'll be fun. And I should have my car back. And by then, Mary should be feeling good post-surgery. I don't know if we talked about that. It's nothing major. We're not going to get too into it. But, you know, she's been dealing with a thing popping up and out, in and out for a little while. And they finally caught it, and they're finally fixing it. So I got to learn to help with kitty litter. That's her. Baby steps. That probably opened up a whole can of worms for people. But anyways, it is what it is. Yeah, all that and more. So we're going to go have some time. Hopefully you're having a good time. We're having a good time. We love y'all. Thank you for joining us. Comment below. Let me know. What do you think? Do you think how that recipe worked? You got ideas like that? The recipes I should look at trying? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Definitely geek out with me in the comments. You can also click the thumbs up button. Give me the good old thumb of encouragement, as I do love to be encouraged. And remember that we will get through this. We will get through this together. Check out my music anywhere you listen to music. Look up TheEricButts. Get excited for new stuff coming soon. Lots of video game Let's Plays. We're doing cooking, food stuff, obviously. And we're going to get back to some filmmaking. All that and more you can follow right here or go to TheEricButts.com for all your funky butts fun. There's more with the links in the description below, so click that see more button to see more butts. On that note, I love y'all. I got to get out of here. I'm going to start editing this thing so Mary and I can sit down in about half an hour and relax together for a bit. And we'll see y'all in about a week or every day because, you know me, I'm crazy. Bye.